Eskimos, rather, makes the shot and knocks him down.
That wasn't a classic example of running to daylight, though. He ran right to his jerseys.
Well, it's hard because it's night.
Second down and 8. The intended receiver, Tommy Scott. Darrell Wilson, 13, was with Scott.
They both read it right. The Toronto Argonauts decide they're going to come after Moon this time, and they put the heat on him right up the middle. Watch them. Here come the linebackers. There comes Pointer. There he comes Gabrielson. Tommy Scott goes inside. He just throws it behind him.
A well-thrown ball there runs a touchdown.
Sure. Tommy Scott got inside of the defensive back. If he makes that catch, it goes a long way.
The cardinal error in man-for-man coverage on a blitz is that you can't let those guys get to the inside. You got to push them to the outside, because they get to the inside and get a step on you, it's all over.
Alisic across the 25. He skied this one. Minter and Carinci move up. Carinci bobbled the ball. Flags are down. Eskimos within that 5-yard area. So the Argos will gain a couple more after the return by Carinci. The Argonauts out in front of Edmonton, 22-14. So the Toronto Argonauts will take advantage for the first down, just outside their 50-yard line.
Relatively free from injury or from penalties tonight. Very unusual.
Cedric Minter up to the 55-yard line in the grasp of James Parker, number 40. This program is copyrighted and strictly for the private use of our audience. Any reproduction, retransmission, or exhibition in whole or in part without the express written consent of the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation is strictly prohibited.
I want to do that sometime.
You know what's funny, John? Norm Kimball's not here tonight. He's in Edmonton. His son Doug got married today. Doug and Linda, I think her name's Linda Lee, got married today. You'd think with all Norm Kimball's power, he could have changed the game.
Or moved the wedding to Toronto.
Well, one or the other. I think he could have just said, hold it, I can't be there Saturday. Let's play it Sunday.
I told his daughter to elope.
It was his son. His son.
Oh, okay.
Pay attention, Leo.
His daughter-in-law.
3 minutes, 20 seconds to go till three-quarter time. The Argonauts picked up 4. It's a 2nd and 6, just shy of midfield.
Well, they're talking about something. I guess they're ready to play football now.
It seems like those outside men on the line of scrimmage are falling off with the motion every time and not coming from the outside. And I don't understand why they don't do it like they did in that first game.
Second and 7. Holloway looking long. It's intercepted. McLeod didn't believe he had the football. Back to the 50-yard line, out of bounds where he fumbled, but the Eskimos will retain possession. Right into Mike McLeod's mitts.
Tell you one thing, Mike McLeod was 35 yards deep. He was making sure nobody got behind him, and then he just sat there and read the quarterback, and he throws it right in his hand. Holloway's looking down there. He throws it. Watch, Mike McLeod's going to step in there, and there's no one near him.
He can't believe it. Look.
No, but he's happy. First one of the year. All right. Got a little penalty.
Larry Highbaugh is arguing with the officials. Maybe we can get a confirmation here from Blair Shallow.
Edmonton number 13. First down Toronto.
Oh-ho.
Well, that hurts. Interference away from the ball. That's a no-no.
Well, what a turnaround that is.
Dan Kepley goes over, tries to block for McLeod. He gets Freddie Dunbar, the trainer, and puts Freddie down. Freddie's tough, though. He can handle that.
Freddie will be in the whirlpool tomorrow.
The whole day. All right, the Argos on the turn of events retain possession, have a first down. The interception will not stand. Here's Cedric Minter. Ralph Dixon. Now, that's something you don't see very often. Interference called well away from where the ball was thrown.
Well, that's a hard play to call, but you know, sometimes the officials aren't even watching the play. They're watching their side of the field. And out of good conscience, if they throw the flag down, it's difficult to fault them, but boy, it's tough on the coach on the sidelines, because that's a call that's really difficult to call. You know, away from the play, just doesn't seem like it should be involved.
Gain of 1 for the Argos. This is 2nd and 9. Inside the Eskimo 45. Holloway intended it for Minter. It bounced once before it got close. So 3rd down and 9 faces the Argos.
Didn't throw that ball exactly the way he wanted it to that time. Minter hadn't yet made his break, and he was forced to let it go and got too far out in front of him. Here comes Zenon in to try a field goal.
Would you consider a fake field goal pass here at all, Ron?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Yeah, there hasn't been one thrown this year.
Right. Well, we'll see.
A long way to go for Andrew Cision. 48.5 yards. It's wide. Highbaugh in the end zone. Gives up a single point quickly. So that gives the Argonauts a 23-14 lead in the Eskimos. Still in the 3rd quarter. 1 minute 29 seconds to play. A hot, muggy night at Toronto's Exhibition Stadium.
You see the snap's too low. It bounces on the ground. Holloway gets it up, but he had the laces. The laces looking at a kicker. I'll tell you what, no kicker wants to see those laces when he's trying to kick a field goal. But the quarterback will get rid of them if he gets a good snap, and he didn't get it.
I'll tell you, a lot of quarterbacks couldn't handle that. Holloway's a great baseball player in his day. He picked that up on the first half. He didn't get the laces turned around right, but he got it up there, which was amazing.
The Eskimos now with a 1st down. They're 41-yard line. Lots of time. New quarterback in. Correction on that. 14 is Warren Moon in disguise.
I think he tore his jersey and they made him take it off. That's what they were talking about that time. The referee put him on because of that new dress code rule. He had to get out there and get a new one.
That's just about how many points he needs right now in a hurry. Is another 14.
Toronto said deep zone that time. You're not going to throw the ball deep against a 4 deep zone, and he tried it.
2nd and 10, Eskimos.
They're in it again.
Time for Moon. Great catch, Levenseller at the 45-yard line of the Argos. Best catch of the night.
Best, no doubt about it there. So the outside linebacker over there, I'm trying to get his number. He dropped straight back, and he was trying to play games with Warren Moon. If we get a chance, we'll see him over there. Moon will turn, look to his left. There's a halfback there. He lets the guy in the flat go, and then at the last minute comes up. But that opens Levenseller, and he goes up and makes a great catch.
Fantastic catch.
Big play for the Eskimos, who have a 1st down now inside the Argo 50 at the 45. 13 seconds to play till 3/4 time. Moon wearing 14 for Keogh. And he dropped his 2nd of the night.
Well, not much you can do about that. The ball's there. You should catch it.
Well, I bet you Campbell cringes when they drop one like that because there wasn't very many that he ever dropped like that. What was his number? What wasn't his number? 31?
Yeah, 31. Yep.
Yeah, that was 31 that dropped that ball. Just a reflection from years back just come in my mind. And Huey Campbell, number 31, was out there. He didn't drop those.
Here they come. Looks like trouble.
2nd and 10. Moon unloads quickly, tips at the line of scrimmage, or else Tommy Scott goes in easily.
Aykroyd made a super play. If he doesn't deflect that ball, Santucci walks to the end zone.
So the Eskimos will regroup on 3rd down. We're ready for 4th quarter action in just a moment. The Argos out in front, 23-14.
You're going to see Aykroyd making this terrific play here at the spur of the moment. The last moment he touched it, or he saved the touchdown. Santucci gets that. It's all the way into the end zone. Last week, about 2 weeks ago, I was in the west end of Toronto and ran into Aykroyd and young Pearson, 2 fine young players for the Toronto Argonauts, and we stopped and had a Coca-Cola together, and they are fantastic young guys, and they really got a great attitude, and you can see why these Argos play so hard.
Does this surprise you here, punting? And not a field goal?
Well, it'll be a long field goal. This is 3rd and 10. Field goal from about the 52. I guess that's close. Where will they spot that one?
Well, let's see. Here comes the ref. Let's see where they mark it.
At the 2-yard line. The Argos unhappy about the spot of that football.
You know, that poor referee on the sideline down there is getting all this flack, but really, the head referee stands behind the punter, and he lines that punt up where it goes out of bounds, and then he runs down the field and points to it, and then that guy just puts his foot where he tells him.
That's right. He had nothing to do with it, that guy down there at the end zone.
The Argos start deep in their own zone once more. That's twice that Alisic has hammered them right back within the 5-yard line. Previous punt went right down to the 1 and up.
Tell you what, that's 2 punts. It's not bad. You know, you'd like to kick it from the 10-yard line in. They put it on the 1 and the 2. Now that's cutting it pretty close to that end zone.
Holloway starts from the 2. Tip. The intended receiver, Carinci, Kepley, got a hand on it. And luckily, too.
Yeah, that Carinci was open, and Dan Kepley made the good play. Got the hand up and deflected it away. Holloway throws it. You're going to see the ball on his way to Carinci. Kepley jumps up, deflects it, or Carinci's got it. Tell you what, you got to give Holloway a lot of credit. That's tough going from the 2.
Well, that's almost a duplication of Aykroyd's play right there. The only difference was I think Santucci would have scored.
Second and 10, Argos from their 2. Holloway, time once more. And that one fired out of bounds. Alisic retrieves it on the sidelines. A one-hander. Paul Turson, the intended receiver.
I'm going to say something right now. It's 13 minutes and 55 seconds to go in this ball game, and a lot of things can happen. But I've seen enough out here tonight to understand one thing: the Argonauts are for real. I'll tell you, they're playing every phase of the game, and they're not playing it by accident. Their offense is moving the ball. Their defense is playing aggressive. Their special teams are fantastic. They've really come along, and they're going to be reckoned with this year. You just got to give them credit.
They're playing with a lot of emotion, Leo, and you get a lot of young guys playing like that. Then they get the experience to go with it, and they get tough.
Andrew Sishin from deep in his end zone. That's Gary Hayes. Excellent field position for the Eskimos as Hayes goes out at the 20.
That is one thing you don't want to do. Andrew Sishin was punting from the end zone on the near side hash mark, punted it to the wide side of the field. Hayes catches it on a dead run. You can't cover that fast, and he makes a heck of a return. They got great field position.
That's a great point, Ron. An absolutely great point. And when we're talking about special teams, I'm sure their coaches reminded Andrew Sishin of that in the past, too. You just can't do that because you've got all that field to run to. He'd have been better off to take 2 points down there because they're going to get at least 3 out of this.
Well, they're on the 21.
For Hayes, a 36-yard return. Eskimos with a first down. Deep inside the Toronto zone. Tommy Scott over the middle has a first down inside the 10-yard line. Warren Moon right on the money. Warren Moon wearing sweater 14. If you joined us a little bit late, he had to change sweaters.
He steps right back there and sees him coming in on it's just a turn-in pattern right there, a quick in, and he just catches it. That's the kind that you hit those seams on, can go a long way, too.
The Eskimos first and goal to go just inside the Argonaut 10. Moon in trouble, fired to the end zone. Levenseller, outstanding.
That is one of the best catches that you see any place,
outstanding catch in a row, Mike Levenseller. How about that?
That is an outstanding catch. Moon was pressured again, coming from his left side. He scrambled back. All right, let's take a look. Moon's going to see that 31. He's there. He just throws it deep into the end zone. Watch this catch by Levenseller. One hand, juggles it, pulls it down, touchdown. Great catch.
Don Rose covering, couldn't have done a thing about it. So Cutler will try to add to the Eskimo total here. He's good. As the Edmonton Eskimos, who trailed at halftime, have now drawn within 2 points of the Toronto Argonauts. Still lots of time to play in the fourth quarter. 12 minutes.
You know, they're going to make the catch. You can't cover them much better. But when you make the great catch, that's what wins for you.
Eskimos will kick it off. Dave Cutler for Minter, Greer, or Lowe. Deep for the Argonauts.
It'll be a hard one to handle. No, right up in the air.
Cedric Minter tries the outside. Away from one Eskimo tackler, but he's run down by number 75, Bill Manchuk.
Don't let the ball hit the ground on artificial turf on a kickoff. It takes some weird bounces. 20-yard line. Got a tough way to go now. The Eskimos should have a little bit of momentum their side now.
I wonder if they're going to come back to that hitch pass that we showed at halftime that they had so much success with, throwing to Greer and to Cox in that first half.
The quarterback comparison as Moon continues to narrow the gap, and in percentage, he's winning. On the scoreboard, the Argos are leading with a first down at their own 20. Holloway still looking to throw, complete to Terry Greer. He has a first down. Somehow Greer slipped in behind the Eskimo coverage. They didn't know he was there.
Well, Greer went deep, and then when Conridge got in trouble, he just curled back around and went to the sideline, which is a good place to go because if he's covered, he can throw it out of bounds. You see Conridge going to sprint to his right. He takes a look, doesn't like what he sees. Now he starts to scramble, gets outside, looks downfield, and he'll see Greer stand there. He's giving a little directions right here. Finds Greer on the sideline, and Dixon comes over and makes the good hit. Knocks it out of bounds, but it's Argo ball.
And a first down for Toronto at their 35. Holloway intended that one for Pearson. He couldn't hang on. Made a valiant try at it, but in heavy coverage by the Eskimos, who by the time the ball got there had 3 defenders over.
Well, he got him in that zone again, and he got Pearson down between Mike McLeod and Highball, but the ball was up just long enough for Highball to come from the outside and almost intercept it. It would have been a good play either way. Whoever catches it, that's just one of those things the ball should hit the ground when you have a collision.
So the Argos look at second down and 10 to go from their own 35.
This wouldn't be a bad time for that hitch, Leo.
Yeah, they should be playing them loose.
Everyone's coming. Holloway had to get that one away. Pearson, the intended receiver. The big charge from Gary Hayes, 28 for the Eskimos.
Toronto was expecting the blitz that time, though. They sent their backs in separate motion, and they kept them in that time to pick the blitz up. But that man right there, Gary Hayes, there's no one left to block the defensive halfback, and he got the free shot and caused the ball to be underthrown.
You want to swap like that or what?
11 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Andrew Sishin on third down kicks it away for the Argos from his 20.
This is a big punt right here for Lieutenant Andrew Sishin. Field position is beginning to mean a lot in this ball game.
Alisic has won the punting battle so far. Gary Hayes. A 4-yard return. Doug Moen upfield to make the tackle. So the Eskimos, pretty good field position, take over with a first down when we resume from Exhibition Stadium in Toronto. Getting late, and some Argonaut fans have their posters out tonight. It's getting a little bit dark here. Warren Moon has come on shining in the second half. He's wearing number 14 right now. Warren Moon. Eskimos first down at their own 44. Moon, far side of the field, Levenseller. And he has the catch.
Good coverage by Rose. Rose is right on top of him again. The ball's thrown low, and Levenseller goes down and makes the catch. Moon sprints to his right. Levenseller's going to go down and deep to the outside. He doesn't back Rose off one bit. He throws it low. Rose has got good coverage, but Levenseller makes the catch.
So a first down for the Eskimos. Across their own 50. Moon for Santucci. He couldn't hang on. Another injured Eskimo on the sidelines. That's Gary Hayes.
Can't get hurt, Gary. I can see putting water on your face, get a little air.
It's a good effort here by Santucci, but he was all by himself if he would have caught that ball. Santucci doesn't have blazing speed by any stretch of the imagination, but he'd have walked in on that one if he caught it.
Now second down Eskimos across their own 50. Boone, time to throw. Kehoe makes the catch. Well short of the first down. He came back for the football.
Sign of inexperience right there. Second down and 10, a receiver has to get the first down. Otherwise, it's of no value. They're still going to have to punt the football. 8 yards or 7 yards does you no good at this stage of the game.
The way the Argos are playing defense, it seems if they've got any kind of a play-action type pass, the Edmonton Eskimos, to hold those linebackers in, that the middle is wide open. But they've been dropping back and sprinting out. They haven't done anything to hold those linebackers in there. The linebackers are dropping back and making it difficult as ever to throw in there.
For the Eskimos, Hank Alisic near his 45. Jan Carinci. Straight ahead. Good return to the 20. Tommy Towns, number 20 for the Eskimos. And Ralph Dixon to make the tackle.
Has to jump to get this one a little bit too high. Now he has to rush the punt. Doesn't hit it the way he wants. He can kick it a little bit farther than that. 9 minutes left, John. 9 minutes, fourth quarter. 2-point game.
I think we've got a lot of football action remaining here.
Well, the Argonauts have got to be aware that Edmonton can get in close enough to get that field goal. They've got the guy to get it there.
Cedric Minter, a gain of a couple. Well, Huey very intense on the sidelines this evening.
Talking to Warren Moon a little bit.
I liked his comment about his 2-game losing streak yesterday.
Yeah.
Said Joe DiMaggio didn't give up playing baseball when his hitting streak was stopped at 56 games.
Right. That was in reference to their first time they've lost 2 in 4 years, you know, and he makes a good point.
Huey does a pretty good job of rationalizing the negative.
What does that mean?
This is 2nd and 7 for the Argos now. Big pressure on Holloway. He eludes it and has what appears to be a first down. Kearns and Dixon bringing down Conrad Holloway. He was trapped back there and got away somehow.
Went back and took a look and saw the lane open up there to the left and very alertly took it. Broke a tackle right here and just got up there enough to get that first down. But plays like that are what keep you out of trouble and keep that ball moving.
No question, a big play for the Argos, who have a first down at their 31. Holloway, complete for Minter. Out of touch at the 36. Forced out by Ed Jones, 24 for Edmonton. On the sidelines, Mike Levenseller gasping for air. It was 26 degrees at the start of this football evening, and it's dropped 1 degree, so it's a hot night in Toronto.
He's hurting a little bit, but I'll tell you what, he's made some good catches for him tonight. 25 degrees Celsius right now. That's awful hot for this lake.
7 minutes, 30 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. Argos out in front of the Eskimos by 2. Toronto, 2nd down and 5. Towns through to put pressure on Holloway. He eludes it. And Greer makes the reception. Terry Greer. He's been an outstanding performer for the Argos so far.
Okay. Here you see an indication right here of how those offensive or defensive linemen are getting tired. Fennell is trying to overpower that center, but he's lost all the quickness in his legs, and he's not being very effective rushing. When you get those defensive linemen letting up and not getting that pressure on that quarterback, you'll get that ball to those receivers.
Conrad Holloway, 2 big plays in succession, 2 first downs for the Argos from their own 50. Minter just back to the line of scrimmage.
Dan Kearns done a good job. Done a good job for him. Now, he made the hit on Holloway when he scrambled up the middle. Right there, he made another big play for him.
Martin Cox, far side of the field, has ice on his left knee. He's been out since early in the game. The Eskimos have lost a couple of players, too, including Neil Lumsden, 32, and 57, Eric Upton.
Little handoff. You see Dan Kearns right there. Gets underneath him, upsets him. Jeff Townsend's been in for quite a while now for Martin Cox. And Got that ice bag on the knee. That's not a good sign.
All right, a big second down for the Argos here, just shy of their side of the 50-yard line. Long for Greer. Makes the catch. Holloman, he'll score. Terry Greer.
John, I'll tell you something. That is the formation that they use to throw the hitch pass to Greer. When they send those guys in motion, Holloman comes up and gets right on him in the line of scrimmage. This time Holloman just couldn't catch him. Greer went outside of him, all the way through a pretty pass, and he's gone.
Just great execution.
You see right here, Holloway's going to have a man right in his face. It's Boone. He just lays it up, and it's a foot race, and Greer wins it hands down.
I'll tell you, you almost have to have radar to throw a ball that accurately under those conditions. There's a little bit of luck connected with things. A 60-yard pass play. Conrad's Holloway to Terry Greer. And the Argos in control convincingly again. Andrew Sishin adds to the total. Toronto Argonauts have brought their fans to life at Exhibition Stadium in Toronto. The Argos out in front of the Eskimos by 9 points. 6:13 to go till full time, and we'll continue in a moment.